Hey everyone, and welcome to Darkson Gaming. My name is Chris, and in today's video we continue our Dokkan 101 series with a focus this time on training items, training locations, and then also how you can help raise the super attack of units, and maybe a couple of the different levels and story events you can go into that's really going to be able to help you out. First and foremost, I want to give a huge thank you to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle Wiki page. They are fabulous. They're wonderful with all the information that they always provide, and they're so quick to get everything updated as quickly as possible, so thank you very much for that. Also, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you guys are going and hitting that red subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell, and give me a thumbs up if you like today's video. And then also, let me know in the comments maybe some different things that you want to learn a little bit more about, and I can try my best to try to help you out, and we'll just kind of take it off from there. So first and foremost, we're going to take a look at some of the different training items, and one thing that's really great about training items is they're kind of all over the game. I mean, any event that you're going to take on or anything else, the odds of you getting training items are going to be extremely high. But not all training items are the same. The very first one you see here is your Turtle Rock, and they really don't do a whole lot with you as far as the amount of XP you can get. You can only gain 1,000 XP for one of these units. However, one thing with training items is that they do give you a boost if you use the same type to boost the same type of unit. So in other words, if you have an AGL training item, if you put that into an AGL unit, you'll actually get more for the XP and everything that goes along with it. So as you can see here with the Turtle Rock, you get 1,000 XP for any unit that you would put an AGL onto. However, if it's a AGL unit that you're putting the AGL training on, you get 1,500, and it does that all the way through. So you can obviously utilize all of these. Now, one other thing you can do is if you scroll down here, you'll notice that there's all these different types that you can choose from. Now, the main ones that we're going to take a look at here, Z swords are going to be very common. They're going to be a rare item, and so are platinum turtle shells. You also have some special ones, such as the candy cane, that can give you either 1 million or 1.5 million experience points. Obviously very helpful. And then also the weighted headgear for 1 million and 1.5 million as well. Now, one thing that's interesting to point out is the weighted headgear for global is a different amount than it is in JP. So the JP only gives you 500,000 or 750,000 experience points. So obviously global, they're able to get a little more benefit, basically double the amount of benefit off of that weighted headgear. So when you're going through and you're trying to determine what you want to do as far as your training items, probably the most common ones are going to be Z swords and platinum turtle shells. And the reason why the platinum turtle shells are so easy to get a hold of is because of this turtle school training. If you are not doing this every single day, you definitely need to be doing that, no matter what. Even if you're logging on, this is going to be one of those daily missions you're going to want to get completed. And the reason why is because it only costs 10 energy or 10 stamina to be able to go through and do the event. You're going to be getting anywhere between 1 and 5 of these units, and then if you have a Peppy Gals team, you're going to be getting additional platinum turtle shells on top of that, which is obviously going to be very helpful. So one of the huge things, and one of the things you definitely want to be doing every single day, is the turtle school training. Now, in addition to that, you can actually do the epic battle, the mighty ones of the other world story event. Now, this story event, it's not open all the time, although I do think it'll be open up come the 350 million download celebration. So that's going to be a prime opportunity to be able to go to level 3, which is Pycon's True Power. That's going to be the area you're going to go to get that special weighted headgear. And it's a droppable item. You're going to be able to go into it, hopefully with a 350 download. If this is on there, they will have an increased drop percentage come through. Currently, it is not, and I'll be honest, it can kind of get monotonous trying to go through and trying to get all of those headgears, because you only get 1 to 2 dropping at a time, and it's just a lot. But you're talking about 1 million XP or 1.5 million XP, depending upon how you're using it. So definitely a great item to make sure that you're getting. In addition, you can also use training locations. And again, just like training items, training locations are located pretty much anywhere when you're going through. It's going to be one of those items that's still going to come into the red capsule, and that's where you can see on the side here. And there's two different ways that they will actually increase the XP. Either they're going to give you an additional amount of experience per item you're using, so per training item or even per character unit that you use to increase the training, such as maybe a rare or a N level that you can actually pull from the friendship. So if you're ever looking for some additional experience, you can definitely go and do some friendship pulls, and then you're going to have some fodder to be able to go into it. But just like everything else, not everything is created equally. So here you can actually see probably the most common things is going to be the gravity chamber, that's 150 times, and then also the Supreme Kai's planet. Those are going to be the most common that come through, but a really great unit that you can get pretty easily is going to be the gravity chamber, 300 times gravity. So that's what we're going to kind of go and take a look at. I've got two different story events popped up here that I want to go into. The very first one here is actually going to be new enemies, androids in action. And this one's a really nice one because it has an increased drop rate for androids. So the more androids you bring, the better opportunity you're going to get some drops. Not to mention, and just to kind of point it out, you're going to notice here there is an SSR Goku that goes into this that can be awakened into a UR. Remember that because we're going to talk about that here in just a moment. But if you come down here, you're going to notice level 3, you can get the 50 times gravity chamber or the 300 times gravity chamber to pop up at level 3. Now, there is a Zensu bean that pops up in there, and it can be anywhere from 0 to 1 that you're going to get. So it is a little bit of a crapshoot, but with those androids boosted rates and with a team full of androids, that's really going to make it much easier for you to be able to pull those. And again, that is a great unit and a great location to be able to get. The other level that is great is going to be the fight against despair. And again, this one here has a increased drop rate for anybody that's Future Saga characters. And you're going to be able to find an easy team with that. But if you actually look here, the android's arrival, this is really, really good. And the reason why is because at level 2, you can just straight up, you're almost guaranteed to get one of those training levels, which is going to be double all the XP. So all the items you use, you're going to get double that amount, which is going to be very beneficial. The other thing you can do is take on events. And if you can go into any events, any story events, any type of a challenge mode, or even the quests, you're going to gain XP for your characters. Now, yes, that's another free way to be able to go through and do. You're simply just burning stamina to complete those events, which is good. Personally, I know that if you go to area 27, go to the very last level, you are going to probably get the best and highest amount of XP. However, I like to go to area 24, which is the Tenacious Scientist level, ambush androids. So that is going to be a really good level. Not only you're going to be able to get some pretty decent XP, it's going to be very quick, and if you want, you have a good opportunity to be able to get incredible gems. So a great level to be able to go into from there. Now, when it comes down to super attacks is going to be another thing you're going to want to be able to do to help out. So we're going to take a look at this leveling guide. And this leveling guide just kind of breaks everything down, but there's a couple different characters that are guaranteed to raise super attacks. So if you have a Elder Kai, or if you have a Santa Claus item, that is 100% guaranteed opportunity. Not to mention, if you have a Grand Kai of a specific type, they will raise a unit's specific type to be able to go into that. So, in other words, if you have an AGL unit, you can use an AGL Grand Kai, and you are guaranteed to raise that super attack from that point. So it is obviously going to be very beneficial. You would only need 9 of those to be able to increase somebody's super attack to 10. The other thing, and which is much more common to be able to find, is actually the dozing Kai or sleepy Kai, and those are only going to give you a 30% chance, and in my experience, it takes basically 5 of those in order to raise your super attack once. Not to say I haven't thrown 5 on before and have gotten a 4 or 5 super attack, which has happened, but it is extremely rare. At the same time, I've thrown 5 Kais of those sleepy Kais in, and I've gotten a big fat 0. So you do want to be very, very careful with that, but those guys are very plentiful. The Grand Kais come through a lot in different types of events and missions. Same thing with the chance to be able to get the Elder Kais. Not to mention some of the different events like what's currently going on with Kefla being out. You can go into the Universal Survival Arc, and you can actually get the little cubed items, and you can farm those to be able to turn around and be able to get usually about 2 to 3 Elder Kais per rotation of different celebrations and things of that nature. So that's going to happen. The other thing you can do to raise super attack is if you have down at the chart below using to increase super attack level of cards with the same name. So in other words, a character like Goku as an example, you can turn around and if you have him and he's a UR status, you can feed an SSR at 50% just the way he is, and you're going to have a 50% chance of being able to raise him. If you wanted a 100% chance, you just raise that character to a UR, and then you're going to be guaranteed it's just like an Elder Kai. So really works out well. Now, a little bit more of an example onto that is, again, we'll just take a look at Goku. So all these Gokus here, you can go through and see, and I'm just going to choose Goku right here. There's all these Gokus you can get. Some of them are summonable. Some of them you can actually farm and get into the different story events and different things of that nature. So I actually chose the LR version that goes into the movie LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. If we turn around here and take a look at that Quiet Great Goku, you can actually scroll down here and it'll show you details that you can actually raise the super attack by being farmed. Now, if you guys remember, I told you guys on that Androids in Action, there's that Intelligence SSR. You can just go back to that level and just farm and farm and farm. You can choose to just get 9 and then raise those units to turn around to make them a UR status, and they're going to be 100% feed. Otherwise, you just get as many as you can, feed them into these Gokus, and then you're good, and that'll work for anyone. Now, another thing is that sometimes if it's a lower level, it'll only give you a 30% chance. So you do want to be careful about increasing your levels or Dokkan Awakening some of the characters that are farmable, because it does greatly reduce the ability to be able to raise their super attacks. And obviously, if you can get super attack 10, that's going to be the best, going to unleash even more power, and you're going to be set from that standpoint. So that's today's video. It's just something very quick and easy to just kind of hopefully help you guys out in regards to training items and training locations, and then also how to be able to raise the super attack of items. So thank you very much. Again, if you guys haven't done so, please make sure you guys are hitting that red subscribe button and hit that notification bell to know whenever I'm uploading new videos. And then you guys can also give me a thumbs up and put a comment down below of what you would like to see happen on my channel, or maybe just to kind of ask different questions and help you guys out. I do my absolute best to respond to every single person. Thank you guys very, very much. I greatly appreciate all the support you guys have been doing and watching my videos, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you very much. We'll talk to you guys later.